Hello, and this round isn't really gameplay, it's going to be more a live commentary which talks about the new classic mode and the buffed SR338. There's an intermittent fault on my internet connection that should be getting fixed early next week, but it means I drop out of the round early. Now, it's not the greatest gameplay anyway because I have issues with classic mode, but those are all explained in the video. Because I'd done the description of classic mode and taken a look at the SR338, I thought I'd salvage the round by, at the end, I redo the testing that I originally did on the SR338. So I go onto a carrier, I shoot at the wall, and then compare it with the original footage. So this is going to be more informative than interesting gameplay, but it's kind of the best I can do at the moment because I can't really do much recording with an internet connection that randomly drops. Hello, and welcome to some CTE play. Now, I am going to be trying out the 338 Recon, well, the SR338, now that it's been updated. Now, I've been trying it out as using it as a DMR. That was moderately successful. Now I'm going to try using it as a normal sniper. So I'm just going to put 8x scope and variable zoom on it. And the other thing that you are going to notice that is different is this is not standard mode. This is CTE with classic mode turned on. So what is classic mode? Well, it's kind of a cross between hardcore mode and standard. So what you get is the same damage, health, weapons, all that kind of stuff, but there are some things missing. There's no 3D spotting. So you can spot people and they will appear on the mini-map, but you won't get Doritos for enemies. As you can see, I can see friendly players, but there's no enemy players visible when I just look around. But you can still see them on the minimap. And talking of the minimap, you may notice that mine is huge. This is another change that's on CTE, and this lets you increase the size of your minimap as well as its scale. So now there's a minimap that even I can see because this is twice the size of the normal minimap. So what else is different in Classic? Well, there's no health regen. So your health won't slowly regen over time if you're not on a healing bag. And it's the same for vehicles. Vehicles don't slowly regenerate their hits back. And as you can see, I'm really struggling to find anyone in this mode, because you can't just simply look around for where the enemies are. And there's nobody on my minimap. So I'm going to move over here to where we've got that squad order and try and defend a bit, I suppose. Not much I can do about a helicopter. The guy did just bail out somewhere. Okay, right. So what else is different in hardcore mode? Oh, there's no third person view. So you can't swap over to third person when in vehicles or on foot. You have to stay in first person mode, which I guess is going to make things for jets and helicopter pilots a bit more tricky, because they won't be able to get a better all-around view of what's going on. And I still can't work out where anyone is. Right. Apparently there's somebody over here. But I can't see them. So this mode is not great for me, as you can imagine, because I kind of rely on people being spotted. I usually just spam Q a lot and then work out where they are from the nice bright orange Dorito, because I can't really see people that well. And that's why this isn't going to be the most thrilling gameplay in the world. Well, that and because it's me, and because we've pretty much got the entire map locked down. But other than that, this should work out fine. What could possibly go wrong? So it does mean that you have to kind of hide more often, because your health's not going to regen. That was awful. Some ammo down here. Yep, shooting guys on moving boats is not a skill I have. Well, did get one kill, so kind of accomplished something. Oh, and I hit him as well. So, is this gun any better than it was? Well, it really is. Okay, it's kind of like a DMR now that is absolutely appalling at close and medium range, because it's not like a DMR where you can kind of hip fire it off and try and get a few kills. In an emergency situation, you have to go pistol with this thing. You can't kind of put a red dot scope on it and hope that you'll get some hip fire action with it, which you can kind of do with things like the SKS. But it is now kind of reasonable. But again, it's kind of reasonable in the way that it would be better if it didn't have such a lousy damage model, really. His damage model is pretty poor. Oh, how did that not hit? Well, of course it doesn't help that I'm a pretty lousy sniper in any case. But the game mode is seriously not doing me any favours because I can't see Doritos. And yeah, out of ammo. And of course it's a semi-auto sniper, so you don't get a load of ammo with it, and it can burn through it as fast as a DMR, so it's a kind of risky gun to use, I think. Ah. Right. Well, lousy with a pistol, and I've died. Another thing you'll notice from this classic mode, there's no kill cam. So you don't get instantly spotted by the person you just killed going, oh yeah, he's over there. And that's where this round comes to a sudden end. So I'm now going to jump to a different round where I was recreating the testing I originally did on the SR338. Now, the gun I am holding is the SR338. I don't need to remember that when I originally looked at this gun, I thought it was effing awful. And I did a bit of a demonstration on a carrier. So here I am again. Can't remember where I stood when I did it before, but we'll stand on this white line and look at this wall. So I'm going to hold my breath, fire off a few shots. As you can see, top one wandered off because I stopped holding my breath. But shots are going pretty much where I aim them. Now, that wasn't the problem with the 338. The problem was when you started firing the thing fast. So let's give that a go. And as you can see, although it still wanders around, and I was doing a little bit of correction there, it's not spraying bullets all over that wall like it was before. So let's give it another go. This time I won't do any corrections. So, as you can see, it follows where the sight's wandering off to, but it is following where the sight is going and not randomly spraying all over the wall. So they have made a marked improvement to this SR338. Watch what happens to these bullets. They go everywhere. It's not like a DMR where you can fire off some quick rounds at somebody who's close. This thing will spray bullets like mad as soon as you start using it semi-automatic. If you're not holding your breath and taking your time when you're firing, this thing might as well be a shotgun. So there it is, one kind of cobbled together gameplay commentary type video. But I hope you can see that the SR338 is now a lot more usable than it was before. Whether it's any good, that's a matter of debate. It's trying to fulfill the gap between DMRs and sniper rifles, but it doesn't have the utility of a DMR and it doesn't have the stopping power of a sniper rifle. As for classic mode, well, it's kind of a watered down hardcore mode, but it just isn't for me. The lack of 3D spotting and lack of Doritos means that it's just too tricky for me to do with my eyesight. Anyway, I hope this has been at least interesting, and thanks for watching.